Scandal Squad, welcome back to the channel, Celebrity Scandalous. Thank you for joining me and my co-host, Lulu's Divine Flow. Please, y'all, go follow Lulu's Divine Flow on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Hit the like button as you come in. And yes, Lulu, wig shifted, adjust, secure, and strut. Next, exactly. You guys, welcome to the late night chat. For some of you guys, I know it's pretty late. I am in California, so it's still it's relatively early, but I hope you had a great day. Sound off in the comments if you had something that just got your go today, so we can chop it up before we get started. Wishing everybody a wonderful evening. But you guys, I'm coming back for a quick live. I won't be up here long. Just want to give you guys some new information. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but there are some new updates and details in this whole Angie Stone situation. Now, many people are talking about, some people are saying that she was not actually unalived in the accident. Some people were saying that she was unalive before. There's so many rumors going around. Can y'all hear me? Can you guys drop a 1 and let me know if you can hear me? Hey, Michael, welcome to the chat. Please hit that like button when you come in. You said, where the purple lights? Oh, you know what? You mean the blue lights on my end? I got to do that. Y'all, I just look a mess, child. So, I just got back from Orlando. And so I'm just still getting the house together and everything. And yes, Michael says 18-wheeler crossed the median. Okay, that's what there's so many different stories floating around right now. I'm also reading that there's a criminal investigation. The accident hasn't been ruled. I don't know what they rule it if it's not a criminal investigation, but it's just some new details coming out. Y'all, we're going to talk about it. Y'all can make your decisions. It's so many. I mean, people are saying she was unalive before. Some people are saying they believe that people in the some people in the van or something may have jumped her. I don't believe that, y'all. I don't believe that. I'm just saying. Michael says two different. Yeah, okay, Michael. Yes, I'm going to play a video that I did. I'm going to play one of my AI videos because y'all don't support the brand, okay? I be asking y'all, begging y'all, just when I do a pre-recorded with my AI system, can y'all just watch one and leave a comment? But anyway, I'm going to, so that I don't have to go back over all the details, I'm going to play the video. We're going to talk about the 2 accidents. It was 2 accidents. They're saying that some people said that she was possibly abused in before. I don't believe some of this nonsense, but I do believe it's something weird and they're not telling us. Now, they also said that people that were on the scene, that were in the van, they had to sign NDAs. Again, these are all allegations. We don't know how true it is, but I'm going to hopefully methodically, as if I were on one of those TV shows, right? Like a true crime show. We got to walk through the information that we have and come up with some conclusions. Okay, so this is the first thing. Let me share this. This was the first video that I did about the accident, that it was 2 accidents. So let me play Angie Stone in terms of how she may have died. And so it sounds like the sprinter van she was riding in was actually involved in 2 accidents. So let me read this. It says, according to Alabama law agency officials, the crash occurred around 4:25 a.m. on March 1st near the 162-mile marker, roughly 5 miles south of Montgomery. Angie L. Stone of Locust Grove, Georgia, was fatally injured when the 2021 Mercedes-Benz Sprinter she was riding in was struck by a 2021 Freightliner Cascadia. The Freightliner was driven by Jared S. Wilkinson, 33, of Skidmore, Texas. Stone was pronounced unalived at the scene. Authorities say the van was involved in an earlier single vehicle crash, overturning on the roadway before being struck by the Freightliner. So it sounds like there was an earlier crash or something happened to the Sprinter, and then it was hit again, and that's probably what happened to Angie Stone. So that's just a bit of more information for those of you that are wondering why she may have been the only one that survived. We still don't know that, but it sounds like the Sprinter was involved in 2 accidents. Yeah, so jump in the comments, leave purple hearts for Angie, and rest in peace, Angie Stone. Okay, so that was like day 2 when the accident, after we had heard about the accident, there were reports coming out. The first thing we heard was that there was one accident, that the sprinter flipped over and was hit. Then as it progressed to the following day, we heard that the sprinter may have had some kind of an accident and then was hit, like there was some kind of an accident, but we don't know if it was, flipped over or anything, but that it was hit by an 18-wheeler. So this is a video
footage of a driver passing by the site of the crash that killed R&B soul singer Angie Stone.
So you really couldn't make a clear assessment as to what happened.
Video footage of a driver passing by the site of the crash that killed R&B soul singer Angie Stone.
Okay, so based on that right there, I'm just making my own assessment. It looks like it looks like to me that maybe the van had a problem and then the 18-wheeler may have clipped it or something. It flipped over and then the 18-wheeler went across the median, or the grass area, into the oncoming traffic. That's what it looks like, right? So now what we're hearing is something a little different. Y'all, please hit the like button as you come in. Let me see what you guys are saying in the comments. So everybody's saying, hey. Okay, so now it's starting to get a little interesting. I had heard like a few days ago that there was a white woman that said that she had seen Angie Stone alive and that she had helped her out of the sprinter, or at least touched her hand or something. I didn't believe it because, they said this woman said that she saw Angie, she helped her out, that she was alive, and then she put up a video and took the video down. I searched and searched, didn't find the video. So I said it was probably, you know how when these situations occur, it's always somebody, they want to say, oh, I was there, I saw it, I did this, I did that. So I was like, well, if she was there, why would she talk about it, then take the video down? So, I mean, transparency, I said this probably some kooky person just lying, right? I don't be believing everything, but now apparently the video that she initially did, she posted it and then she took it down. But the internet is undefeated. Once you put something up there, somebody's going to grab it, right? So people start reposting the video even though she took it down. So we're going to look at this first video from this channel, Trap House Kitchen. And we're going to look at a couple videos, and some of the information may be duplicative, but let's look at this and listen to what this woman is saying. It sounds like it sounds like the sprinter was in an accident, but that maybe it was Angie may have been outside of the sprinter and was hit or knocked over by this 18-wheeler. I don't know. It's allegedly, we're making assumptions based on this information. So here we go, you guys. Let me share this video. Please let me know if you guys can hear it. And here we go.
Oh my goodness, I've had a heck of a day. I wrecked my car. Yeah. The front fender. We weren't even going 2 miles per hour, but anyway, yeah, deductible time. Anyway, I want to get into this video. It's very interesting. I skimmed through it. Shout out to Tough News TV. It's deep. It's deep. People are saying that there were things that might have been done, and this is alleged, but there might have been some things done to the tires of the truck.
Fair use.
I've seen some people say that, how do I put this? Maybe she was already then placed in a truck. Yeah. I don't have anything to say, y'all. Hit that thumbs up button for sure if you're new here. If you're new here, say new in the comments. I'm interested. I'm almost tempted to hit up Trap House Kitchen 1, and let's get it.
That a lady posted recently who said she came upon a very tragic accident very recently where there's an overturned van that was hit by an 18-wheeler. Sound familiar? Now, the lady never says Angie Stone's name or says anything about Angie Stone. She's just telling about the incident. And the incident sounds identical to the Angie Stone incident.
Please hit that like button, y'all. Let's get the likes up. So the lady, like she said, the woman does not name Angie Stone, but as she gives the description, it sounds identical as to the videos that we've been seeing online.
She says that as she was driving, going to some event in Charleston, South Carolina with her daughter for her daughter's event, she came upon this accident. And when she did, she saw that the van was overturned. So she went over to see if she could be of any assistance. When she got to the van, she said that there were several people inside, and she had asked if anyone had called 911, and everyone said no, they hadn't. They were just trying to get out of the van. Since they were just trying to get out of the van, she decided that she would.
Shout out to Nature's Finest. Thank you for joining the chat. Yes, I've been hearing a lot of different things as to why. I've heard that they did ask her to take it down. I heard that some people had told her that she was now going to have to talk about it, that there could be some liability, or she was going to have to give a statement and everything. So there's just a lot of different rumors going on as to why she took this video down. I don't know.
Would assist. And so she said that there was one lady who was trying to get out of the van. And so she took the lady's hand and she was helping her get out of the van. And she.
Pay attention to what she's about to say, y'all. Said that a lady helped Angie out the truck.
Was telling the lady, hold on, I'll help you, all that kind of stuff. And she said the lady just wanted to walk around and wander around. But she was telling the lady, you need to sit down. You need to lie down because you've been injured. You're not well. And she helped the lady to sit and lie down at that time. Since her daughter was in the vehicle, she was trying to run back to her vehicle to tell her daughter to move the truck or whatever they were driving so that it would be out of the line of traffic. Okay, as she was running back to her vehicle, she said she was then ran over by an 18-wheeler. She said that it grazed over her, but she wasn't hurt. She wasn't tragically injured. We're talking an 18-wheeler here. The lady says that she calls 911 and all of the emergency vehicles and everyone gets there. And she says at that time she can't breathe and that she's not feeling well at all, which, I mean, you would think after you got hit by an 18-wheeler.
The video has been taken off the internet of this story, the original.
Be somewhere unconscious or dead or something. And so she says she needs to go to the hospital. And then they take her to the hospital. Now, when I looked at this video, which has since been taken down because I can't find it, the lady had scratches here or there or whatever, but nothing in comparison to what you should look like if you were hit by an 18-wheeler. Now, this lady makes a grave account that the lady that she helped out of the van was still alive at the scene and not in critical condition to dying when she helped her out of the truck, out of the van, and had her to sit down to rest or lie down to rest. She said that the lady was okay.
You guys, let's get the likes up. Please hit the like button and see this information that she's saying right now makes me believe that, because they asked the people that were in the van that were there that day to sign NDAs. Now it's starting to make sense, because at first it was like, why would they have to sign an NDA? But if Angie was alive and then got hit on the side of the road, that's a whole different scenario.
Now, I'm not sure she was saying that maybe she was brain injury.
I wonder where were the other views and highway cameras and things like that. Like, we're stuck with that one image. We don't know if it was before or after anything. We're just stuck with the one image.
Or anything like that, but she just said that she was alive whenever she left to go to the hospital. Now, this lady does take her trek or her rest of her travels to Charleston with her daughter, and by the time she gets there, she received the news or saw on the news that the lady had passed away, and that she was the only fatality in the incident. Now, I don't know what you guys are thinking, but to me, the math is not mathing. Something's not adding up.
Imagine helping in a situation like that. The last you see of this person, they're just wandering and they're existing. You get to your destination and you find out that.
Y'all, please hit the like button. Let's get the likes up. Now, think about it. When we first heard about it, okay, like I said, there was an accident, but we find out later that there were 2 accidents. If the Sprinter had flipped over or something happened to it, or it was stalled, it was like at 4 something in the morning. So it was dark. So this lady doesn't say, I think she does say it was like at 4 o'clock in the morning. So if they're on the road and it's dark and you can't see, it would make sense, because she was saying that the other people were getting out of, I guess they were having to climb out of it. I mean, this is really starting to make more sense. And the fact that it's still a criminal investigation.
There, no more. Imagine the feeling, the confusion. I can believe that video's gone. Now, if anybody screen recorded it, that's something different. But as that woman in that original video, I can believe she took it down. Because once you hear about something like that, and you were directly involved in recovery efforts, she probably looked into her and seen the other videos. And then seen the other videos. Like, oh my God. Yeah, that's deep.
Are you saying that it brushed past you and you just felt the wind? I don't know. But all I know is that the math is not mathing. Now, the video has since been taken down. I did read in the comments where a lot of people were saying, you need to take this down. You need to get a lawyer. You need to be quiet on this because you could be held liable about some things, all that kind of stuff. And I don't know if that is the reason why she took it down.
Let me know your thoughts, y'all. I really feel like I don't even have to say. Y'all know what I'm feeling. It's just.
Shout out again to Nature's Finest. Nature's Finest says only part that isn't clear is did the truck run. That's what I'm thinking. Only part that isn't clear is did the truck run over Angie since she was out of the truck. This is such a strange situation. No one has said anything but this woman. No clips of the exactly now. Excuse me, excuse me, you guys. Y'all know I've been having some throat issues. Nature's Finest. Now, here's the thing. The guy who was driving the Sprinter, apparently he has a horrible driving record. I might try to play that again for those of you who don't know. And it looks like he has a list of, I don't want to say felonies, but he had a suspended license and all of that stuff. So there's probably multiple things being investigated at this point. Like, was she literally actually alive? Why are these people having to sign an NDA? Was she struck by the 18-wheeler? So now we're going to go back and we're going to listen to what this woman says, because even though the video was taken down, of course, y'all know some people have found it. So please, let's get the like button, and I'm going to play it a couple times just for people coming in and out. Okay. So here we go. Hold on. Let me share this. And you guys let me know if you can hear it. And let's get the likes up, y'all.
On the side of the interstate. I have pieces of the fender in my hair. I have it's oil all over my body. I'm gonna clean this up and I'm gonna get back to telling the story, and I'll show you the footage. After driving the 6 hours home, showering, and processing it all, here's the story. About 4 a.m. on Saturday morning, me and my daughter were driving to Charleston, South Carolina for her Sweet 16 birthday getaway. We came up to a truck with a trailer and its flashers were on, so we slowed down some, and that's when I noticed there was an overturned vehicle in the fast lane. and it looked like it just happened. I pulled over, I put my flashers on, and I told my daughter to stay in the car. And I ran over. It was a van, and I ran over, and there were so many people in this van, and they were just trying to get out. And I asked if they'd called the cops, and they said, we're just trying to get out. And they were helping this woman out off the side of the van, and I grabbed her hand and I helped her get down, and she seemed out of it, and I was holding her hand and she was wobbling around, and I said, baby, you got to sit down. And then the next thing I know, I flew and I fell down to the ground, and it felt like something not ran over me but brushed over me, like something just swiped over my body. And I got up and I could hear screaming, and I just focused in on one screaming, and it was my daughter. And all I could do was run across the highway and tell her to get back in the car. She had to move the car because if somebody else hit us, it could hit her. So she moved the car farther up the interstate, and I called 911, and they said they were on their way. And then all I could think to do was get to my daughter. And that's all I could do in that time. And when I was walking to my daughter, we're really running the best that I can do. I was in so much pain. My chest felt like an elephant was sitting on it. My legs were so hurt and sore. And I looked up, and there was an 18-wheeler that had crossed the median into oncoming traffic. And I knew that's what hit me and ran over and brushed over me was the 18-wheeler. And my daughter's freaking out. She'd already called my husband by then and my father-in-law. And I just told her, we've got to get to the hospital. I can't breathe. It was so hard to breathe. I'm going to post a video of the 18-wheeler after I left the hospital, driving back through to get to my husband and my son. I will not be posting the vehicle in the video because somebody did pass away. They did. And I won't be posting that for respect for their family. I'm sore, I'm bruised on the right side of my body. I'm very stiff everywhere. But I will keep you guys updated. And the video is going to come at the end, okay? Hug your family tight. Hug your family tight. Bye.
So at the end, you can see that I think that's the 18-wheeler that may have hit something, because she said she was going to post it. But now I'm going to go back and let's look at this. Because the thing that's weird about it.
Video footage of a driver passing by the site of the crash that killed R&B soul singer Angie Stone.
I'm just turning the volume down. The thing about it, if you look at the van that was tilted over, it looked like, I mean, it didn't look crashed up or banged up. So I think when everybody first saw this accident, everybody was thinking, how could Angie Stone be the only one that didn't make it? Did she not have her seatbelt on? Was she thrown out of her seat? You know, because if you look at it, it landed on its side. It's not all crumbled up. And from what we know, people were saying that the passengers were able to get out like they had to crawl out of a window or something. And it was 2 accidents. So something happened the first time. It sounds like Angie was alive, allegedly, based on what this woman, she doesn't name Angie Stone. She probably didn't know who she was helping. It was dark. If it was 4 something in the morning, that's pretty dark, you know. And then people are getting out. It sounds like she said Angie may have been disoriented, right? Because she told her you need to sit down. And if she was close enough to Angie where the 18-wheeler like brushed over her, then that would make sense, right? And so it's possible that maybe Angie was hit. I mean, the way this story is unfolding, initially when I first heard about it, I said, nah, this person is probably just out for clout, just trying to say something. But now seeing this woman speak about it, the details that she's given, I'm believing her. I'm believing her. And it makes sense now. I mean, with her account of what she saw makes sense. because why was it only one person that didn't survive? If you look at the accident, you can see that it looks like it was on his side, which, you know, unless you hit your head or something, it just didn't make sense. But if Angie was on the side of the road and accidentally got hit by the 18-wheeler, maybe that's why he swerved, because it looks like he swerved. Like, if you look at the way the van is flipped over, that he hit it and then swerved over on the other side. Maybe he hit the person, because the van may have already been on its side and they may have been already on the road and he just couldn't see. Like, it just happened so quickly. But to me, it's making sense, because now it's like, okay, that's why there's an investigation. It was 2 accidents, and was Angie Stone actually run over or hit, right? So I'm going to play it one more time, just for those who may have missed it, because she's speaking kind of low, but listen to her details. Okay, so that's number one. If we're believing what she says, when she stopped, the van was already on its side. It was already knocked over. So I guess people were trying to get out of the Sprinter, right? At that point, so one accident had already happened. It was already on its side. So the 18-wheeler had not hit the Sprinter yet, right? So okay, so that's number one. So at this point, Angie may have still been alive.
Across the highway and tell her to get back in the car. She had to move the car because if somebody else hit us, it could hit her. So she moved the car farther up the interstate, and I called 911, and they said they were on their way. And then all I could think to do was get to my daughter, and that's all I could do in that time. And when I was walking to my daughter, we're really running. The best that I can do, I was in so much pain. My chest felt like an elephant was sitting on it. My legs were so hurt and sore. And I looked up, and there was an 18-wheeler that had crossed the median into into oncoming traffic. And I knew that's what hit me and ran over.
Y'all, let's get the likes up. Please get the likes up. So it sounds like she was there, helped Angie Stone out of the Sprinter, like, and other people were getting out. And the impact of the 18-wheeler, she said she was knocked down. So it's possible that Angie Stone may have been knocked back as well. She may have been hit. We don't know. But there is an ongoing investigation. So that, to me, sounds like there may have been not just that she died in the car. Maybe it was on the road, and they don't want to disclose that yet as they're still doing their investigation.
And brushed over me was the 18-wheeler. And my daughter's freaking out. She'd already called my husband by then and my father-in-law. And I just told her, we've got to get to the hospital. I can't breathe. It was so hard to breathe. I'm going to post a video of the 18-wheeler
Oh, no
after I
sound.
left the hospital, driving back through to get to my husband.
Oh, I'm sorry, you guys. No sound. Lulu says, let's grow together, become part of the squad, hit the like and subscribe. Okay, I don't know why. Let me go back a little bit. Let me know if you could hear it now.
It looked like it just happened. I pulled over and put my flashers on, and I told my daughter to stay in the car. And I ran over. It was a van, and I ran over, and there were so many people in this van, and they were just trying to get out. And I asked if they'd called the cops, and they said, we're just trying to get out. And they were helping this woman out off the side of the van, and I grabbed her hand and I helped her get down, and she seemed out of it, and I was holding her hand and she was wobbling around, and I said, baby, you got to sit down. And then the next thing I know, I flew and I fell down to the ground, and it felt like something not ran over me but brushed over me. Like something just swiped over my body, and I got up and I could hear screaming, and I just focused in on one screaming, and it was my daughter. And all I could do was run across the highway and tell her to get back in the car. She had to move the car because if somebody else hit us, it could hit her. So she moved the car farther up the interstate, and I called.
Please, let's hit the like button, y'all. It's about 12, 13 of us in here. Somebody hit the like button for me, please. Come on.
911, and they said they were on their way. And then all I could think to do was get to my daughter. And that's all I could do in that time. And when I was walking to my daughter, we're really running. The best that I can do, I was in so much pain. My chest felt like an elephant was sitting on it. My legs were so hurt and sore. And I looked up, and there was an 18-wheeler that had crossed the median into oncoming traffic. And I knew that's what hit me and ran over and brushed over me was the 18-wheeler. And my daughter's freaking out. She'd already called my husband by then and my father-in-law. And I just told her, we've got to get to the hospital. I can't breathe. It was so hard to breathe. I'm going to post a video of the 18-wheeler after I left the hospital, driving back through to get to my husband and my son. I will not be posting the vehicle in the video because somebody did pass away. They did. And I won't be posting that for respect for their family.
See, this is why everybody believes that it was actually Angie Stone, because she said somebody did pass away, and it sounds like it was only one person, which is the same. It matches the incident of the accident that Angie Stone was in.
I'm sore. I'm bruised on the right side of my body. I'm very stiff everywhere. But I will keep you guys updated. And the video is going to come at the end, okay? Hug your family tight. Hug your family tight. Bye.
So that is the 18-wheeler. So it looks like he hit more than just, it looks like he actually hit the Sprinter because it's all banged up. It looks like it's more than just like hitting a person, because I think if he actually ran over somebody, it wouldn't be that damage. But we don't know if he sideswiped her. We don't know if there was some impact on her, if he accidentally, just like the lady said, she was knocked down or knocked back. I mean, the same thing could have happened to Angie Stone. But let's listen to, there's another video that I thought was pretty good. Tough News TV. He says he knows people in Angie's area, Angie Stone's where she's from. So I'm going to listen to his video. It's a lot of the same information, but sometimes you hear different things that you didn't hear in the first one. So let's take a listen to Tough News TV.
So let's go ahead and slide on this topic. So I want to talk about this Angie Stone situation yet again. And I know, I get it, guys. Y'all are saying Angie, 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 Angie. But listen, I feel some type of way about this situation. I have people in South Carolina that's close to Angie Stone's family. And so I just feel like something is not right. So I'm going to cover this. I am going to cover this. And so this is the thing. I'm going to cover this extensively, right? Because at the end of the day, I feel like Angie was taken out. Now, I did a video a few days ago where I inserted a clip of a woman talking about another video that she had came across where this woman was talking about she was traveling with her daughter. She saw a wreck. She stopped to give some type of assistance. She ended up helping a woman out of this van. And although she didn't say Angie's name, if you put two and two together, it seems as though she was talking about Angie Stone. Now, I found that video. That video was sent to me. So what I'm going to do is refresh y'all's memory with the video clip that I inserted the other day of a woman talking about it. And then I'm going to insert the actual woman, right, that came across Angie's wreck, allegedly. Okay, so check this out and I'll be back.
Have y'all seen the video that a lady posted recently who said she came upon a very tragic accident very recently where there's an overturned van that was hit by an 18-wheeler? Sound familiar? Now, the lady never says Angie Stone's name or says anything about Angie Stone. She's just telling about the incident. And the incident sounds identical to the Angie Stone incident.
I just got hit by an 18-wheeler on the side of the interstate. I have pieces of the fender in my hair. I have it's oil all over my body. I'm gonna clean this up and I'm gonna get back to telling the story and I'll show you the footage. After driving the 6 hours home, showering, and processing it all, here's the story. About 4 a.m. on Saturday morning, me and my daughter were driving to Charleston, South Carolina for her Sweet 16 birthday getaway. We came up to a truck with a trailer and its flashers were on, so we slowed down some. And that's when I noticed there was an overturned vehicle in the fast lane. And it looked like it just happened. I pulled over, I put my flashers on, and I told my daughter to stay in the car. And I ran over. It was a van, and I ran over, and there were so many people in this van, and they were just trying to get out. And I asked if they'd called the cops, and they said, we're just trying to get out. And they were helping this woman out off the side of the van, and I grabbed her hand, and I helped her get down. And she seemed out of it, and I was holding her hand, and she was wobbling around. And I said, baby, you got to sit down. And then the next thing I know, I flew and I fell down to the ground, and it felt like something not ran over me, but brushed over me. Like something just swiped over my body. And I got up and I could hear screaming, and I just focused in on one screaming, and it was my daughter. And all I could do was run across the highway and tell her to get back in the car. She had to move the car because if somebody else hit us, it could hit her. So she moved the car farther up the interstate, and I called 911, and they said they were on their way. And then all I could think to do was get to my daughter. And that's all I could do at that time. And when I was walking to my daughter, we're really running. The best that I can do, I was in so much pain. My chest felt like an elephant was sitting on it. My legs were so hurt and sore. And I looked up, and there was an 18-wheeler that had crossed the median into oncoming traffic. And I knew that's what hit me and ran over and brushed over me was the 18-wheeler.
Y'all, let's get the likes up. Please hit the like button. So she's describing what happened. Remember now, you guys, the Sprinter is already on his side, and the 18-wheeler comes up after she's already helped, allegedly, Angie Stone out of the vehicle.
And my daughter's freaking out. She'd already called my husband by then and my father-in-law. And I just told her, we've got to get to the hospital. I can't breathe. It was so hard to breathe. I'm going to post a video of the 18-wheeler after I left the hospital, driving back through to get to my husband and my son.
Hey, Lounge, welcome to the chat. Thank you for joining. Please get the likes up, you guys. And please don't forget to go follow Lulu's Divine Flow. Am I saying it right? Lulu's Divine Flow on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. And please follow The Lounge on YouTube and follow Jamil Peterson, Mr. I Am Comedy on YouTube as well. You guys, let's get the likes up. This is crazy.
I will not be posting the vehicle in the video because somebody did pass away. They did. And I won't be posting that for respect for their family. I'm sore, I'm bruised all on the right side of my body. I'm very stiff everywhere. But I will keep you guys updated. And the video is going to come at the end, okay? Hug your family tight. Hug your family tight. Bye.
So the more I see that 18-wheeler, you can see that it definitely hit something and it was definitely banged up. And the reason, maybe it swerved, because you guys got to remember, it was 4 o'clock in the morning. The visibility, I'm sure, was terrible. It's dark. I mean, you know, once the van flipped over, this 18-wheeler, like she said, the Sprinter was in the fast lane or like right off the side. So, I mean, it probably happened so fast. It probably just happened so fast. But now it makes sense as to why Angie Stone would have been the only one that didn't make it. It sounds like everybody in the Sprinter made it, but it was after they got out.
All right, so that is the video I was talking about. That's the video that the lady was talking about in the beginning. We could not find this video, and shout out to the person that sent this to me, because I really was wrecking my brain trying to figure out where could I recover this video, right? Now, this woman gives a grave account about what time she rolled up on this wreck, and it coincides with the same time that the police reported that this accident occurred. So the question is, was she helping Angie, right? Was she helping Angie Stone at that particular point in time? Because
hey, Bradley, welcome to the chat. Please hit the like button as you guys come in. Thank you.
She has not come out and said, hey, well, the woman that passed away is the same woman that I helped. I'm pretty sure that she's seen Angie Stone's picture and the news and things of that nature all over the place by now, right? Because although we don't definitively know if it was Angie or not, my guess is that Angie could have still been alive on the scene, right? She could have still been alive at that particular time. So we need her to actually come out and identify Angie Stone as the actual person that she helped. Or if
now, remember the lady initially, she said that she was going to go ahead and post it, but it wasn't until after, I guess she went to the hospital or she went somewhere, that she realized the woman or one passenger that had made it out died. And so people were saying that she took it down because the family didn't want her to post it. And then some people were saying that she was afraid of the liability. She was going to have to talk about it. And you guys remember some of the people that actually got out of the van that were in the Sprinter, they had to sign NDAs. So it's like they're trying to suppress information. This is classified right now as a criminal investigation. So there's a lot of weird things happening that they're not telling us.
It wasn't, right? But this is a very riveting case, a riveting situation, because what I do know is that you had 4 women on that Sprinter van, including Angie. And so the other 3 women were Sheila Hopkins, Sherry Murphy, and also Sharita Murphy. So we just need her to identify who the hell she helped. Now, I need to find some pictures of the other women that was on this particular Sprinter van with Angie Stone, but I'm pretty sure that somebody got to her, and that is why she took that video down. But luckily, somebody was able to save the video. They sent the video to me and things of that nature. So I'm going to comb through this and see what else I can find. But for now, I'm going to let this go right here. I want you guys to drop down in the comments and let me know what you think about all of this. You guys probably already seen this video, but I just was doing my due diligence to bring that video to you because it was eating me up alive on the inside because I couldn't find that video of this woman talking about the situation. And I was mad at myself that I didn't save it. But this is just crazy, man. What do you guys think? Do you think that this woman is actually being shut down? Do you think that somebody got to her and that's the reason why she's no longer talking about this? Because I really feel that when she posted that video, somebody reached out to her and said, yo, take it down. But hey, listen, I don't know. Maybe she's lying about the whole thing, right? She could be telling a lie. She could have just attached herself to the situation or whatever for views and things like that. There's a lot of possibilities here. But what I will say is that a lot of people are so surprised that none of the passengers are talking about this. And I'm not, because I told you guys that I heard through the grapevine, whether it's true or false, allegedly, that they were made to sign NDAs and they cannot speak about what transpired on the morning when the accident occurred. But anyway, I want you guys to drop down and give me your think pieces. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and if you're new here, consider subbing to the channel. I'll get with you guys later. Peace.
Okay, so Bradley was saying it makes no sense signing NDA. Yes, I think that they had to sign an NDA because something more nefarious happened at that incident. So for those of you that are just joining, remember initially we heard that Angie Stone was in an accident. Well, then we later find out that there were 2 accidents. So it sounds like the sprinter may have stalled, or I don't know, they said something about a tire. There's so many different stories going around. We don't really know exactly everything, but so we know that something happened with the sprinter. It sounds like people were actually out, that they were able to get out. Because again, we're going to look at this. Look at this. If you look at how it's turned over, it's not banged up. It doesn't look all crumpled like people were crushed or anything. And I mean, why would there only be one person that didn't survive? Was Angie Stone not wearing a seatbelt? Right? It doesn't make sense, right? So the sprinter is on his side. The people were able to get out. It's 4:00 in the morning. The person and the woman said it was like in the fast lane. So we know that it's on that side. If the 18-wheeler comes and the sprinter is kind of already stalled or something, maybe it couldn't see it. And if the people were kind of wandering around, because remember, the woman said that she told Angie, or well, she didn't say Angie, but this person she helped, that she said, you need to sit down, that Angie was kind of disoriented. So if the sprinter came, not the sprinter, I'm sorry, the 18-wheeler came, if it knocked her down, maybe it knocked Angie Stone down as well. Maybe Angie got hit or got knocked down, hit her. We don't know. But it sounds like if this woman is to be believed, that Angie Stone was still alive. Okay, the second part of this, that's a problem, is because the man who was driving the sprinter, his record, let me see if I could find that video for you guys. His record was terrible. He had a suspended license, was not supposed to be driving at all. Let me see here. Let me see if I could find that video. Okay. Now this is about the driver of the sprinter that night. Listen to this, you guys.
Lethal Carter was the driver of the 2001 sprinter that killed Angie Stone. His arrest record, as you can see, is a very vicious rap sheet. 85 and 75 speeding, parole violation 2002, forgery first degree felony 2001, sentence pled guilty, forgery first degree felony 2001, $62,000, driving while license suspended 2000, driving while license suspended again 2001, forgery second degree transferred to state, forgery second degree, simple battery 2000, investigative charges was closed, possession.
You guys, this is this man's driving record. Look at his driving record. He ain't even supposed to be driving. And okay, Bradley, what you were saying is, okay, you said, well, even if the 18-wheeler does come after it's flipped over, it hits it, which is what I gathered from her testimony. Everyone else still survives except her. Exactly. It makes no sense. But remember, the lady says that she was kind of sideswiped or knocked over. So maybe Angie was knocked over as well, because she said she literally was helping Angie, or, helped her get out of the sprinter. So Angie may have been on the side of the road or something. If it knocked over that one woman, if she's telling the truth, maybe Angie got knocked over as well. Because that, to me, that makes more sense than only one person surviving a car that turned over or a sprinter. It sounds like maybe one person got hit, like they were outside of the sprinter, and that car, the lady saying it kind of knocked her down. Maybe Angie was knocked down alongside her, and it was so dark. Maybe she didn't know what happened, or she didn't see what happened. She says her daughter started screaming, right? So there's something tragic, and whatever happened, they don't want them to talk about it. But here's the thing: if we look at the guy's driving record, y'all think about it. If this man should not have been driving, that's a liability. Somebody's getting sued. Now, Angie has passed, so that's a problem. But if this man, whoever hired this driver, if it's true what they're saying, that is a lawsuit. I don't know if it's the record company that's going to have to pay whoever made these arrangements. So that's probably why they're being so closed mouth about it, because this is probably going to be a big lawsuit. You got musicians, you got a death. It's a lot of stuff going on. So they probably don't want to talk about it. The lounge says facts. Yeah, it's some stuff that they don't want us to know. Bradley says, where would the NDA come from? Who would make people sign this and for what reason? Well, I feel like the NDA would come in because these are probably they're musicians probably. So say, for example, so my job, like anytime we have like a security breach or something, like we are told immediately, like, you can't talk about it. Like if these people were in an accident on the scene, maybe they said, hey, don't talk about it. Like, you got to remember, these are entertainment industry people. And initially, from what I remember, things that I've been reading, people were talking about it. And then they were told to be quiet. Just like this lady here, where she said she was going to post it. By the time she was going to come back, because she posted 2 videos. If you could you can kind of tell, it looks like it was, she did one and then maybe she did an upload. It's like, by the time people were talking about it, once the police came and everything, they were told to be quiet. So I don't know. I don't know. There is an ongoing investigation. There are details that keep changing. The time of the accidents, which that makes sense because we're talking about 2 accidents now. But I could just see that they don't necessarily want all of this information out. There are just things that that they probably need to investigate before it gets out in the public, because people are gonna misconstrue information. Lulu says, get the likes up. Yes, y'all, let's hit the like button. Bradley says, oh, I see Universal probably. Think about it. Who hired this man? Somebody did not vet this man properly, and that's going to be a lawsuit. Those people, those musicians, because I think it was like 9 or 10 people in the van or something like that. All of those people are, if this man was not supposed to be driving, who is going to bear the liability, right? Somebody, and they can all sue. This was an accident. They were they were performing. So all of this is going to be a problem. Are they going to be unable to work? So it's 9 or 10 people. And then there was a death involved. So that's why they are probably like, oh, dang, I could see why they're trying to be quiet about it. But we're not stupid though. we get it. We're not stupid. Let me go back and play this.
Tools for committing a crime in 1998, possession of cocaine in 1997, credit card theft in 1994, theft by deception 1993. Let me see, forgery first degree 1992, forgery first degree 1992, theft of service 1991, forgery first degree, credit case without case 1990, burglary 1991, converted. Let me see. So, gang, as you can see, this is the rap sheet of the driver. The driver of the Sprinter should have never been driving. This guy has more felonies than a person that should be driving.
Did y'all hear that? Like, if you look, I know you probably can't see it because it's going pretty fast. It's talking about cocaine, concealed weapon. Like, this man was crazy. He did not even have a license. He had felonies. He was not supposed to be driving that night. Somebody made a big mistake, and somebody's heads are going to roll for this one.
Driving. Also, he has a lot of suspensions on his driver's license, which means they took his driver's license on certain occasions. Yeah, he should have never been driving. I wonder if Angie Stone knew this guy's rap sheet before she let him get behind the wheel of a car. And that just goes to show, was he involved with the setup? Since he was driving the car and he wasn't supposed to be driving, was he driving because he was about to set her up? Was he involved in the setup? Did he have to be the driver in order to set up Angie Stone? We still digging into it, gang. It's the Paperwork Party. Get the likes up. I'm about to get out of here, gang. Let's go.
Yeah, it's just so many things about this case that's not adding up. The lounge said he sounds like a criminal for sure. Totally a long rap sheet. But even if he's a criminal, like, you're not supposed to be driving. It's a lot of other crimes you could do, sir, than to get behind the wheel. You know what I'm saying? Like, and driving a Sprinter, like, band members, that's crazy. Like, this man should not have been driving. Michael Brown says all that ish happened over Michael, but they're saying that his license was expired, that he didn't even have a license. I mean, and if he constantly is having, issues, like, was he, and he's older, I believe he's an older gentleman, like, was he high that night after the party? Like, should he have been on the road at 4:00 in the morning? I'm just saying, I don't know. And shout out to Paperwork Party, because they're doing the investigations and they're uncovering a lot of stuff. Like, this man, from his history, I don't care. Some of this stuff is more recent though. He probably should not have been driving. Bradley says, yeah, what kind of rap sheet does this person have? Exactly. Like, they're going to look at your history. And if it's 5-10 years ago, like, at some point, sir, whatever your rap sheet is, however long it was, you should not be driving a vehicle. That's all I'm saying. You shouldn't even be driving Uber. I think Uber is the same way. I don't know if your driving record is too bad. You can drive for Uber or Lyft. I don't think. Michael says it's not a setup. I don't know. A lot of people believe that it's something crazy because she had just started exposing the industry. And it's really weird, though. Y'all got to think about it, that she's the only one that didn't survive. She started exposing people. I mean, I don't know. It's just weird to me too that she was the only one that didn't survive. And then I don't know if you guys remember, about a week ago, I did a video where a reader said he says you could be involved in a car accident, and he did this reading 1 month before she died. So y'all, to me, it's just all strange. It's crazy. It's just weird. Bradley says, sound like perfect. Bradley said it sounds like the perfect fall guy to me. So Bradley says, the way Bradley is looking at it, like, hey, it is a setup. Because if you're saying it's a fall guy, then that means that it was a setup. That's what I'm hearing, right? But y'all, let's get the likes up. But yeah, this is all crazy. I don't know. It's going to be tons of lawsuits, I think, that's going to come out from this. And we're just going to stay on top of it. But it's crazy that this woman helped somebody out, because a lot of people were saying that Angie Stone had survived. That it just didn't make sense that this Sprinter was on his side and that only one person died. But if she was hit by the 18-wheeler, or if she was like even somewhere on the road and just got knocked over just like this woman, then that makes sense. That makes sense. Bradley says 100%. So y'all, that is it. I just wanted to come and give you this latest update that I had heard, because I had heard about this woman a few days ago, but I was like, nah, that don't make sense to me. That's crazy. Somebody just making some stuff up. And then I couldn't find the video. But now, everybody's talking about this video and the fact that she took it down. So unfortunately for her, it was too late. And then after we start hearing all this stuff about this NDAs and everything, I'm like, oh, wait a minute. It's something going on here. It's something weird. But y'all, do me a favor, if y'all don't mind. I did some pre-recorded videos where I'm talking about D'Angelo, and Michael has already watched the videos, because me and him be going back and forth in the comments. If y'all could do me a favor and go watch one of my pre-recorded videos about Angie Stone being a groomer, y'all. That's what they're saying. That she dated D'Angelo. She was 30 and he was like 19. And so people are accusing her of grooming. They said she met him when he was 16. That he was a teenager. They're not saying it allegedly. They're not saying that that's when they started messing around. I don't know. I'm just talking about what people are talking about. But if y'all could go back and check out one of those videos and leave me a comment, I would appreciate it. Again, don't forget to follow The Lounge on YouTube. Don't forget to follow Lulu's Divine Flow on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. and Mr. I Am Comedy, Jamil Peterson, Mr. I Am Comedy on YouTube. And I will see y'all on the next video. And Bradley says the world is crazy right now. I know, Bradley. It is crazy. I'm trying to keep my sanity, although I don't know. It looks like I'm losing more of it every day. Okay. Thank you, Lounge. I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. But I will see you guys tomorrow. Y'all have a great day. Come back so we can sound off and get through this crazy world together. As they say on the Lounge, pure survival, y'all. Pure survival. And life is not a one size fits all. So do you, boo. Do you. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.